Hello everyone, welcome to Willa Dean's Kitchen. I want to thank everybody who's returning to watch our videos. We appreciate your support. And today we're going to do a video on steak. So we got a nice premium cut of steak here. It's a New York strip steak. As you can see, it is very thick. It is at least 2 fingers thick, so that's good. It's got a nice little bit of fat cap right here on top of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to season this steak up, and we're going to grill it off. We're going to have some nice steak to go with our onions, mushrooms, and I have a sweet potato here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to prepare that, but I think I'm going to have a red wine reduction with the onions and the mushrooms to go with the steak as a sauce. I have this McCormick steak seasoning here. It should have everything I need to season the steak. I can see lots of pepper in there and some salt, so we're going to use that as our rub on the steak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to season this steak, let it set for a couple hours in the refrigerator while I prep the rest of my ingredients for the sides. I think we'll probably serve this with some broccoli as well. Okay, I'm going to show you how we get this done. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we have some of our ingredients that we're going to use to accompany our steak. So we have the mushrooms and onions right here. I got them diced up, ready to go. We have the red wine right here. We're going to use this red wine here. We're going to reduce this down and have a sauce to go with those mushrooms and onions, red wine, and we're going to need some butter for that sauce as well. Then for some vegetables, we have some broccoli here. We're going to season, oil, sprinkle a little olive oil on there, seasoning olive oil. We have some Cajun spice here and some Lorry's, and we also have some garlic powder. So we're going to season this broccoli up, sprinkle it with some with some olive oil, and we're going to roast it in the oven. It's going to caramelize a little bit, adds a nice flavor to the broccoli, goes great with steak. And then we're going to roast off these sweet potatoes, very similar to the same thing we do to the broccoli, except we're going to do it with the sweet potatoes. So these are our accompanying dishes here, our vegetables and our mushrooms and onions. And I'm going to get them done, and then we're going to get our steak cooking. Okay, so I'm gonna get started on my sauce for the steak tonight. So we have the mushrooms and onions going into the pan here. Add a little seasoning to that. And we're gonna cook these down till they get nice and soft for us. Okay, our mushrooms and onions have cooked down. They got some brownness on them. We're going to take them out of the pan now, and we're going to add the wine. Okay, so our red wine reduction has reduced to about half of what it was earlier. I put some beef stock in here as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add the mushrooms and the onions back into the pan. We're going to reduce this a little bit longer. We're also going to add the butter to the pan as well to get us a nice sauce going here. So we're going to add the butter, mushrooms and onions, reduce a little bit, and our sauce will be ready to go. I just tasted it, and it has a nice taste to it with the red wine flavor. So it's tasting good. Okay, so we're going to cook our steak in the cast iron pan. I have it on the stove here, getting hot. What we're going to do is we're going to add some oil to the pan. All right, we have the smoke coming off the pan, so we know it's hot. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sear this fat calf on the meat. I'm going to set it right there on its side and let that go for a while. Okay, so what we've done so far is we did 3 minutes on each side of the steak here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on this side over here for a minute and let it go, because we want to cook all sides. Now what I'm going to do next is put this in the oven for about 3 to 4 minutes. I like a medium to medium rare steak. I don't prefer the rare one. I don't like it to be too bloody. And of course I don't want it well done. But so we're going to go for a medium steak here, and what we're going to do is now we're going to go to the oven for about 3 to 4 minutes, and we'll check our temperature, and hopefully we'll have a medium. It's starting to firm up. I can feel it from the touch, so that's good. We'll put lots of butter on our steak before we put it in the oven. Okay, so our steak is out of the oven. It was in a 385 degree oven for 5 minutes. Hoping we got a nice medium rare here, or medium, I'm saying, a nice medium. But we got to let the steak rest, so we're going to cover it up. We're going to let it rest for about 12 to 15 minutes, and then we'll cut into it. Okay, our steak has rested, so we're going to remove it from the plate here. And we're going to slice into it. And we want to go across the grain, so I'm going to give a couple of slices to make sure I'm going in the right direction here. Let's give it one more. All right, so that looks pretty good. I think we get that medium that we're looking for. It's not really bloody red, but there is some pink in there. Let's give it one more slice. Yeah, that looks really good. Looks really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this plated up, and we're going to have us a steak dinner. It is so juicy. You can see the juice in the meat there. Let's give it a quick taste. Okay everyone, this is our plated dish. We have some nice New York strip steak here, nice medium, beautiful paint color to it. We have some roasted broccoli, roasted sweet potato, and I put some fried mushrooms on here as a bit of a crunchy texture to the dish. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to taste another piece of this steak here, which is so tender and juicy, and it tastes great. Yes, the red wine reduction tastes very good. The mushrooms, lots of flavor. The beef is so tender and juicy. I'm gonna give this another bite. Yes, very delicious. Taste one of these sweet potatoes. They're roasted, season them up good, put some oil on them, roast them in the oven. They taste great. We have fried mushrooms here. This is a really good plate of food. You don't have to use the same vegetables I use, but I hope you do try one of those premium cut New York strip steaks. I want to thank you for viewing, and everybody have a nice day. Thank you.